Ready? We're gonna do it. Hi guys, welcome. This video, as you can tell by the title, is about a blind date that I had. I just started recording out of nowhere, so I did not plan out this video. I'm gonna try and go in order. I'm gonna try to answer all your questions before you even ask them. I'm gonna try my best to do the story time. First of all, he hit me up on Facebook. Hi, so I'm recording on my laptop, but I forgot to include that he did not have pictures on Facebook. He only had his profile picture and his phone covered his face like that. So I didn't know what he looked like. That's why it's considered a blind date. And I answered, don't ask me why. I don't know. How long ago was this? It was late July 2019. All I remember is we were making the plans and he was like, you want to chill somewhere? And I was like, no, I'm not trying to chill somewhere. So I was like, do you want to meet up in Times Square and we could actually do something instead of just chill or whatever? We're around people, so like if anything were to happen, I could just run. So I was like, do you want to meet up in Times Square? So he was like, okay, sure. Do you want to go to the movies? And I was like, sure. That kind of defeats the purpose for meeting in Times Square, but I still agreed to go into the movies. He was like, what movie do you want to see? And I remember there was no good movies out, so I just picked the best of all the bad movies. He was like, I don't want to see that. And I was like, okay, so why'd you ask? But okay, you choose. And then he chose something else and I was like, okay, we could watch that. Because he didn't want to watch what I wanted to watch, which okay. He made that plan, I got ready. Not really anything special happened then. I get there. I was in McDonald's on like 43rd Street. I was waiting there for a good hour, like so long that I got kicked out of the McDonald's. Like they were like, are you gonna eat? And I was like, no, I'm waiting for a friend. Then they were like, well, you have to wait outside. And I was like, okay. We planned that we were gonna meet at McDonald's. When it got close to the time, I was like, where should we meet? Times Square is a big place. It was like a McDonald's, so I was like, okay, I'll wait at McDonald's. So I got there, I got to McDonald's, I waited an hour, I charged my phone, I was on Instagram, I was on Snapchat, I was on TikTok the whole time. He texted me, he was like, where are you? And I was like, I'm in McDonald's. And then he was like, I'm in McDonald's too, like, I'm waiting. Then I was like, what McDonald's are you in? Then he was like, the one by the movie theaters. Mind you, I don't know where the movie theaters are in Times Square. In Times Square. So he was like, okay, well, come to the one near the movie theater since we're gonna come back here anyways. So I was like, well, I don't know where it is. Do you want to meet halfway? Then he was like, okay. We met up, first of all, we met up and he had an attitude. First of all, the first impression, he's not cute. He seemed annoyed, so the vibe was all off from the minute that we met. I was like, hi, how are you? Being nice. He was like, I'm fine. Now we gotta walk all the way back over there. And I was like, yeah, so, how far is it? And then he was like, I don't know, like, really far. You're just over here giving me attitude, like, I'm sorry I didn't know where the movie theater was. At this point, I was turned off. And he was very rude, so I just didn't want to waste my energy with someone rude like that. Like, why would I waste my energy? We were walking and the whole time he was on his phone. He was giving me the silent treatment. I was trying to make conversation. He didn't want to have conversation. My mom did not know that I was on this blind date. She knew I was going to Times Square, but she did not know that I was going on a blind date. But at this time, I texted her. I was like, can you please just call me or text me that there's an emergency? I need to get out of a situation right now. Just text me or call me as soon as possible. She took forever. What I did was I had settings where you have the ringer on. If you press it, it'll play the ringer. The sidewalk is right here, but it was filled with people. This is the street, this is the sidewalk. We walked on the edge of the sidewalk in the street and there was something right here like a newsstand or whatever, so he walked around that. So it was narrow, so he was in front of me and I was behind him, and he was just giving me the silent treatment. He was probably all mad in his own world. I was behind him. I mean, I clicked on the sound to make the ringer sound. I let it ring for like two rings, and then I was like, hello. I was like, hello. I made sure that I said mom, so he knew that it was my mom. I just don't remember how I said it exactly. I was like, hi ma, or something like that. And then I was like, oh my god, is everything okay? Just making it seem like she's at the hospital, because my whole plan was I would have to leave and go to the hospital because my mom was like hurt or something. So finally we ended up next to each other. As we were walking like this, that's when I was fake calling the phone. I'm like, okay, I'll be there in like 15 minutes. I'm still in Times Square. You gotta give me a few minutes to get to the train station or whatever. I hung up like, oh my god, like my mom's in the hospital. But I was like, oh, my mom was getting blood taken out and then she fainted, so I had to go to the hospital because she hit her head or something like that. And he was like, oh, so I wasted all my time? We're not going to the movies or anything? Well, thanks for wasting my time. He was like, maybe next time. I was like, in my head I was like, maybe next time. There is not gonna be a next time. That was like the longest 20 minutes of my life. I come home and my mom's like, why? And I was like, okay, you didn't know this, but I went on a blind date and it went horribly. Then I told her everything that I just told you. I was like, he was really ugly. I described how he looked, everything. I got into way more detail than what I got in this video. I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, do I block him? Do I keep texting him? Like, I don't want to waste my time just texting him, and I don't want to text him getting his hopes up or like waste his time too, like, or whatever. So my mom was like, what did you tell him to get out of it? And I was like, I said that you were in the hospital and you fainted because you got blood drawn or blood taken out and then you hit your head. I think I was thinking in my head, do I have a picture of me in the hospital to prove that I was in the hospital? And I was like, I did. I was in the hospital to visit my mom for something. I forgot why she was in the hospital, but I had to wear a mask when I visited her. This was way before Corona, so it wasn't like I had a mask at all times. It's this picture, and I put this caption, mask are the new wave. I posted it on a private story with just him. I gave it like 2 days and then I blocked him. I don't know, I don't remember if we texted in those 2 days. I think so, maybe one quick conversation, not even a conversation, just like, how's your mom? And then I was like, good, she's doing better. And then he was like, okay, maybe I'll see you next time. And I was like, okay. Then I blocked him like a day or two later. Hopefully I made it make sense, and hopefully I answered all your questions before you even had the chance to ask them. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all you guys' support. People are actually suggesting video ideas, which I'm so grateful for. I just had to find the motivation and the time to film them and edit them and make the title and do the description and do the tags and post it on Instagram and Snapchat so people actually watch it. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more from me. Comment down below any video ideas, and that's it. I hope you enjoy that story time, my first story time. I'm so excited to post this. Okay, bye.